Hopefully the wind isn't too terrible for this. I do have my headphone in today, so hopefully the audio is okay for this. I'm not going to make this very long, but I'm thinking about some things and I want to talk about it for a little bit, so here we are. By the time this gets posted, I won't be staying there anymore, but I've been staying at this homeless shelter, and they do this thing where they do mandatory chapel services, and it's not the worst thing in the world. It could be a lot worse, I guess. But first of all, I don't like having to be forced to do anything, first of all. You know what I mean? But, it's been okay. I don't know why I mentioned the chapel service. I guess that wasn't really necessary. But what was necessary, what I did want to talk about is, like, the lust monster. Because I feel like with that, but also along with other energies, I feel like I've been juggling a lot, you know? And the reason why I even mention it is because it's an all men's shelter, and so I'm a man and there are other men, and so there is that energy of, like, you know, they're all around, and there's definitely a few people that I feel drawn to, attracted to, however you want to say it. And I say that, and it's not necessarily, I don't perceive it, I don't recognize it to be just sexual. Like, I understand that that's the surface of it, you know, but, like, I know that potentially it's a lot deeper than that, you know. And I don't know, I think about it, and I was telling somebody about it earlier. I was like, if I was a different type of person, I would definitely try to connect and link up with some of these individuals, you know, but I'm not that type of person, and I'm no longer that person. Like, I really don't care to share my sexual energy with anybody unless it makes sense, you know what I mean, unless it you know what I mean. And when I say makes sense, I mean, like, I'm very, like, goal oriented, I'm very purpose driven, you know, and so, like, I don't want to deal with somebody who doesn't feel like they have any purpose in life, who doesn't feel like they, you know what I mean, like, I don't, and honestly, I feel like I'm already dealing with somebody like that. No judgment, no shame, but that's how I feel about it. And the only reason why I keep tolerating that is because he does give me money, he does help me out in different ways, you know, so once again, it makes sense. But one thing about this person is that they are very lustful. They are very, you know, and I don't want to say lust driven, but to some degree, we could say that, I don't know. And if that person happens to be watching this, much love to you. I don't know, like, it is what it is. I just wish we would stop trying to sugarcoat the truth and make the truth into something that it isn't, you know what I mean? Because it's like, that's what it is. He's very lustful, he's very, you know, and I asked him, I was like, if you could just get any amount of play at any moment, would you not appreciate that? Would you not, you know what I mean? And he was like, well, no, that's not really what I want. And I'm like, okay. And once again, this isn't about him. Like, this isn't about anybody in particular. Like, I've told this person, like, I make my videos not just to fucking vent, not just to get my feelings off my chest, but also potentially to help people who need what I have to share. You know what I mean? Like, it's not, because he watches my videos and he likes to say, oh, well, you were just upset at that moment, I understand. And it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I was upset, but that's not really relevant to the content of the video. You know what I mean? Like, that's not really necessary to point out. Like, but yeah, I don't know. I was scrolling on TikTok this morning as I was walking back to this area of the town, and there's this reader that I really appreciate. I think the word Jupiter is in her name. I don't remember what her exact name is, but the word Jupiter is in her name. And she was basically saying, and I definitely resonated with it, whether or not it's for me, whatever, but I definitely resonated with it. I feel like it was for me. She was basically saying that, like, you know, you're in this period of, like, not necessarily stagnation, but we could call it stagnation. And, like, instead of resisting it, instead of trying to work harder to overcome it, like, it might be a good idea to lean into it. And I heard that and I resonated with that. I was like, I was a little bit resistant to the message, but I definitely resonated with it. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of fucking sense, especially because I've been looking into slightly seasons of life and like, you know, how to flow with the seasons of life. And I don't know exactly what season I would be in, because I feel like I do have my energy all over the place to some degree. You know, like I have my energy in a lot of different baskets. And I don't know, I originally felt like maybe I'm in a winter season, you know, because I'm not really seeing much harvest, I'm not really seeing much results. But like, you know, I've also been working very hard, and that's kind of a no-no when it comes to the winter season. You're supposed to kind of relax and rest a lot. And if you know me, if you've heard me talk for any amount of time, you probably know that I am not a big sleeper. I don't like sleeping. I don't like having to slow down. I don't like, and so even when I do, it is a task. It is a thing. You know what I mean? So, and I don't know, I say stagnation, I say these words, but like honestly, I don't think anybody else would call it that, because if you were to see exactly how much I'm putting into everything, like you wouldn't even begin to think of the word stagnation. You know, I've been doing a lot, and you know, I definitely feel like I'm making progress. Like I'm not, you know, but there is a stagnancy. Like there is a portion of that where it's like, okay, there's no movement. Yes, there's movement, but there's no progress, you know? And I don't know. I don't know. By the time this gets posted, it'll most likely be January because of the way that I've been doing videos. I don't know, like I'm trying to find a way to end this video without getting caught, because like I think I'm kind of low in storage. I have been having to delete videos and delete things on my phone, so hopefully I don't get conked out. We're at 7 minutes. Also, I feel like I have been doing relatively good about my diet. Like I did have some taquitos last night. I did spend the last of what I had last night on taquitos. Is that what you call them? Like those little things at 7-Eleven, like the Monterey Jack and all that shit. It was good. I'm not gonna lie. It was hidden. It wasn't good for me, but it was good. And so that's what I had for dinner, and then girl dinner. And the reason why I say I've been good about it is because I feel like I've been more conscious about what I'm consuming, you know, which occasionally is a struggle for me because stress eating is something, you know, but I'm super thankful for the progress and all that jazz, you know. I wish it could move faster. I wish I could I wish I could set my fingers and just be where I want to be, but it doesn't fucking work that way in this plane of existence. I don't think anybody has that mastered yet. So, but yeah, I'm gonna end this here. I hope you know, miracles happen all the time. God loves you so freaking much, and whatever you're going through is very temporary, even just for the simple fact of death. So keep your head up, keep your spirits high, stay groovy. Thanks for watching. Bye.